So welcome to day one of your October movement month. So these flows are designed just to get your body moving. So if you're not in a habit of mobilizing and stretching on a daily or even weekly basis, these are the perfect flows, bite-sized chunks, just to get your body moving, get it feeling a little bit better. So the idea of these flows is that you move in a way that works for you. I'll offer you guidance, I'll offer you alternatives, but you need to do what feels right for your body. If you have any injuries, any limitations, anything hurts or doesn't feel right, then you need to stop, you need to alter the movement. And like I said, really use this as an opportunity to get intuitive, to listen to your body, what it wants, what it needs, and equally what it doesn't want and doesn't need. So hopefully at the end of this month, you are feeling a lot looser, a lot less tense and tight. You can do these flows in any order. It doesn't matter. You don't have to stick to regular days. You don't have to stick to regular times. Obviously, if we want to build a habit, then it might be a good idea to do it at the same time every day. But equally, when you've got 5 or 10 minutes, just jump on one of these flows and get moving. So you don't need any special equipment. If you have a mat, then that's fine. If not, then a carpeted floor, a rug, just something that's comfortable will work for you. As I say, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, where you are, just carve out that time for yourself and I promise you, you will see the benefits. So enough talking, let's get moving. So we're just gonna start in a tabletop position. So that's just coming onto your hands and knees. Your hands are gonna be about shoulder width apart. Stacking your hips over your knees, and we're just going to start to mobilise the spine, going through a few rounds of cat and cow. So let's just drop the belly down. As you do, you're going to start to lift and lengthen through the chest. The chin's going to come up. Feel that stretch coming through that low back. Then you're just going to reverse that movement. So draw the navel into the spine, tuck the chin in, make those shoulders as big as you can. Same again, drop the belly. Really feel that stretch come all the way through the abdominals. Look up if you can. And then reverse round that navel into the spine. And then one more time, drop that belly down. And then this time you're just going to shift the weight from side to side. So you're just going to press the ribs one side to another. Maybe there's a little bit of tightness and tension in the back. So this is that time when you can kind of, as I say, get a little bit intuitive. Just move your body. Figure out what feels good. Figure out what release you need today. And just taking it back a little bit, we're going to come down into a puppy pose. So you're just going to reach the hands forward, looking up. You're just going to take the chest down towards the floor, keeping the chin upwards and looking forwards. So even if the chest and the chin don't reach the floor, we're still going to keep in this upwards looking position. And breathe it out. And then you're just going to shift the weight backwards and come into a child's pose. So you're going to take the seat down towards the heels, keeping the arms extended. Just press the hips from side to side. So imagine that you're pressing the ribs onto the thighs. Again, that's just going to create a little bit of room in the hips. And then just take the forehead down. Feeling that stretch come all the way down through the low back. We're just going to walk the hands then over to the right hand side. It's keeping the lower body where it is. Walk the hands over to the right. Really lengthen through that left hand a little bit more than the right. Feeling that stretch coming all the way down the left hand side. So you're going to feel that stretch all the way down the left arm into the armpit. Press back very slightly with that left hip. You're going to get a little bit more of a stretch in that left hand side. And we're just going to take it over to the other side, so hands over to the left this time. Again, seeing if you can take the right hand just a little bit higher than the left. And then just press that right hip back very slightly. And then coming back to centre again. And then coming onto the knees. We're going to come into a big toe stretch. You're going to tuck the toes underneath and you can stay here if that's enough. So this is going to stretch out all the base of the foot. So the feet are an area that we often neglect, but they have a muscle running all the way down the base of that foot. So if you spend a lot of time running, even walking, it's just a nice idea to stretch this out. So we start here, and if that's enough, you're going to stay here. You want to take it a little bit further, you can take the hands up onto the knees and you can take a little bit more weight into those toes. Nice deep breaths. If you need to back out of the pose, then just coming out a little bit. If not, we're just staying here for just a couple more breaths. And then just untucking the toes, coming onto the tops of the feet here. We're just going to take the weight back a little bit. If this feels okay, we're just going to stay here. If you want to take it up a notch, you're just going to lift one knee, then the other. So this time you're feeling that stretch come all the way down the shins into the tops of the ankles. So this is a really nice one if you've got tight ankles. So if you suffer a little bit with ankle mobility, then this is a good way just to stretch out the top. If you want to go even further, you can just take both knees up now. Really feel that stretch through the ankle. And then we're going to come back to centre and we're just going to flip the feet over and come down into a squat position. So you're going to keep the feet a little bit narrower than you would if you can. If this is too much, you can catch hold of a door frame, table leg. Again, we're just going to try and hang out here just for a little bit, keeping the heels down as much as you can. If you need to, you can place books, blocks, plates, whatever you need to under the heels. Just trying to get used to being in this position. Really pressing those feet down. Just hanging out here for a couple more breaths. And then just square those feet off, letting them rest at hip width. Give the knees a nice big bend. Let's just take it into a ragdoll. So you're just going to catch hold of either elbow, rocking it out from side to side. Just let the upper body grow nice and heavy here. Nice stretch for the hamstrings. You can shift the weight backwards and forwards between the heels and the toes. It's going to give you a little bit of a different feeling. The more weight you put forward there into the toes, the more of a stretch you're going to get here down the backs of your legs. Remember, you can bend these knees as much as you need to. You don't need to keep them straight. Again, this is just that point of trying to figure out what feels good. And then you're just going to release the elbows, tuck the chin into the chest, slowly peel up to stand, arms are heavy, chin's tucked into the chest, slowly peel up, feel that stretch come all the way through the low back. Give the shoulders a big roll, and you're done. Ready to carry on with your day. I hope that feels good. I'd say a little bit lighter, a little bit looser, and a little bit less tense.